Okay, so as you've seen on your handouts, with what I've sort of started by saying is you want to try and keep this as relaxing for people as possible because they want to benefit from the massage as well as coming in and relaxing. So starting off, the best thing to do is have your client undressed and measure them before you get on the bed because you're going to get more accurate results by doing that. So you'll do your 3 areas above and you'd mark and so forth. Okay, so then you've got your accurate measurements and then you would ask the client, this is if you're wrapping the stomach area first, so less of on, off, on, off. You would ask the client to start off face down. So you're going to apply the cling film onto the couch and you're going to lay your applicator out already. Okay, and then you're going to get the client to lay face down onto the bed. Okay, there we are. Brilliant, well done, Jim. Okay, so as you can see, you may need to move it slightly. There we are. So now the applicator is on the area. So technically it's on the skin already. Okay. So you'd start off by body brushing the area using, it's a bit like a horse brush, it's quite coarse. So this is going to help with the removal of any dead skin and improve the circulation. Just working upwards with a light sweeping movement to follow. Okay, so you'll do that to the backs of the legs and to the back. Again, just light sweeping movements after. You can also sort of do the backs of the arms there while you're there. Okay, so once the area has been body brushed, you're going to start your massage. So again, no movement of the client, they're still face down. You'd start off with your back massage. So you're going to use the defining gel, which is everyone aware of the defining gel? So that's the same product, not as concentrated. Oh. So we're just going to use a small amount of that. You then want to mix it with a carrier oil. So something, as therapists, you know, a bit of nourishing oil, just to mix with that. Just going to warm in the hand and apply to the skin. Now you get a really nice consistency of the two mixed together and you find it does go quite fast. You don't need a lot of product. So you're going to carry out your back massage, which will take usually sort of 15-20 minutes on the area. So once you've finished your back massage, you're now going to lift your applicator. Sorry, Jim, we just lift up slightly. So then you would just place it over like so. Perfect, thank you. And here. So you've got the applicator nice and tight to the skin. Again, but you haven't had to move your client, so they're still nice and relaxed. So they're probably asleep by now. So you just tuck them over and continue with your body massage. So that's if they were having the stomach area wrapped. You'd then continue your legs, turn the client over. So if I just do this arm. Okay, so if you just turn over for me, Gemma. Okay. So that's if you were wrapping the stomach area. So now if you were to do, say, a leg, so we'd start again, you'd have your client standing up, you'd measure both thighs in the correct areas. So again, you'd start by body brushing the area, the whole body. Okay. So So you'd have done the whole body. You'd then ask them to bend their leg and apply the applicators. Now, depending on the client's concerns, whether you would use a whole wrap or possibly cut the wrap in half. A lot of people's problematic areas tend to be the saddle area around here. So for that, you can actually cut the applicator. However, if it's more the inside of the area and down onto the knee, you may want to use a whole applicator, which in that case you would have to discuss pricing, because obviously you're going to be using two, not one. So that's something that they would have to consider. So you just open up your applicator and just cut down the middle. So apply that to the area. Sorry, it's a bit cold. Okay, so that's firmly on there. When working on smaller areas, you can use your cling film. You just cut them in half, and then you've got, it's slightly easier to maneuver around. Okay, so then you just place the leg down and continue on the other side. So once both legs are wrapped, again, you would go into your massage. You would massage the lower legs with your product, but leaving out the upper leg. So just continue as you're doing your normal massage, nice and relaxing on the body. Legs, arms, turn them over, do their back. And then you will remove it while they're on their front, but I will show you the removal of that. So that's your legs. Okay, when it comes to the arm, most people's concerns are this area here. So again, body brushing the area, always working upwards, right up round here, get a bit of warmth in the area, get the blood moving, a bit stimulating around that area. And again, you just get your applicator. You just bend your arm like that. That's working around that area. Okay, just keep your arm, thank you. Again, with this little half roll, it's definitely a bit more easier than your big roll of cling film. Okay, and that's in place. And again, I'd probably leave the arms, start on the legs, work upwards, and again, turn the client over and finish on the back. Okay, so with the removal of the wraps, with it being, if you've started with your, if you wrap the stomach, the client has finished then face up. So the removal of the wrap, when it comes to the stomach area, is you'll just need to do a small snip, and then the cling film will just tear. So again, not disturbing the client, not having them get up and peel this all off. You'll just open that out and remove your wrap. There may be some product still left on the skin, so you really want to massage the remaining residue into the body. By doing that with the stomach area, you always work in a clockwise direction. So gently around the stomach area, and then doing some nice drainage, draining down into the lymph nodes to help the aid of the lymphatic drainage to remove the toxins out of the body. So nothing too sort of vigorous or stimulating there. Okay. you just turn over for me. So with the other applicators, they would then be finishing on their front. So again, just a small snip. Okay. Now when it comes to the thigh area, you can be a bit more, you can work a bit more deeper. You really want to help break up that cellulite. So you're going to do some nice kneading, because this area hasn't been massaged. You've massaged the rest of the body, but this area has been wrapped. So you can spend a few minutes just massaging the remaining product in with some kneading, some pummeling, and then ending with, again, some lymphatic drainage into the lymph nodes. Okay. Same with the arms. You can really work that area. This area can tend to be quite dry as well on the skin, and these wraps are fantastic for any sort of dry bumpiness, which will help hydrate the skin. Oh, okay. I'll come around the other side. Okay, just place the arm there. Okay, so there's some remaining product on the arms. Again, just nice and deeply working the way into the product into the skin. Some nice stretching and draining there. Bend the arm. So again, they feel like they've had the full body massage and haven't really missed out on anything, but in fact gained from the results from the wrap as well. So you'd end your treatment, cover your client up, and then depending on the area they've had wrapped, you'd let them come to, you'd stand up and you'd remeasure the area and then document their measurements. And then just with the aftercare, drink plenty of water over the next 72 hours to help flush out the toxins. Avoid alcohol for 24 hours. Remeasure in 24 hours time and re-wrap in 72 hours. Okay, so yes, with legs, a really good place to wrap that is the knee. I don't know if anyone's wrapped a knee yet. My sister's wrapped her knees. Unbelievable.
That's what I want to do.
Unbelievable.
I'm desperate to do my knees.
If I were you, I'd do one. I would do one first and get pictures. Do one, and because to see the difference, it's incredible on the knees. Because if knees can be a little bit puffy, can be a little bit, you know. So wrapping the knee. Oh, okay. So the knee. Can I borrow a leg? So what was I going to say? So yeah, with the knee area, again, you can cut them, and the area here is where you tend to want to wrap. So this is going to be sort of at home in front, you know, or you know, laying somewhere. You don't want to be really on the move with this one because you're going to be sort of on the joint. So you want to cut your wrap again up the middle, and you want to put it here. So you're going to get
Where's
below.
the widest part of the wrap when you cut it in the middle? Is it at the top?
In the middle. Here we are. Sorry. So you've got it like that. So you could either go like that, or you could go like that. You want to come a little bit below the knee because you want to get a lift. So you want to bring it down a little bit, not just doing that area. So you want to be able to bring it up. So I would suggest like that. So again, you're getting round here.
I carry a lot of weight on my knee and on the inside of my knee. So could you put the widest bit?
Yes,
sideways.
Yeah.
So do it 90 degrees over again to your right.
That way? Do
Yeah.
you mean? Yeah. So,
Oh,
Would
right,
that
yeah.
work effectively?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. We did a lady the other day, the inside bit here, and I cut it like this, and I placed it in like that. And she actually, do you remember Tina?
Yeah.
Had a completely different shaped leg after the one.
She couldn't believe it.
We've had
got a
incredible
dent.
So
results
again-
on the other thighs, haven't we?
So you'd pop this leg forward, Jem.
So
this
where would you measure to start with?
So if I was doing in here, I tend to do here and about here.
Just two measurements?
Just two measurements on the leg, yeah, absolutely. Just sort of here and here.
And the knee's quite hard to measure, isn't it?
The knee is, because with the knee, I wouldn't say it's so much inch loss, I'd say it's more of a lift. You're going to see a lift. It's not so much you're losing it. My sister did, and she lost an inch off each knee. Luckily, half an inch. You can. I personally don't, if I'm honest, because you're not trying to, you will see it, definitely. And if you do one, and if you can do one, and if you've got the time to do the other, you will see, you'll stand in the mirror and see the difference. And get some photos. Start getting.
One,
yes, yeah. That was after one. She did one. She has done 4 now. She's done the 4, but after the one. And yeah, you will see more of a lift, not so much. I mean, you can measure, absolutely, but it's more the tightening and the lifting of that. Arms as well.
Like the face, I suppose it's more visual, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So you'd measure twice on the arms?
Again, yes, yeah. I would just sort of do up here and maybe here. Again, sort of around this area, but here tends to be the main concern for women. So make sure you're getting.
And you measure when the arms just dropped, relaxed?
Yes, I would keep it like that, and then again, in that position again. So you can almost, depending on the size of the arm, you can almost do it that way and come onto the elbow, or either way. I mean, to be honest, don't worry too much about how you, as long as it's on the area, it's soaking into that skin.
As long as on the area they want.
Then it's absorbing.
Obviously, they're only going to have one part of their body wrapped at any one time.
Yes.
So you've got to work on them for 45 minutes.
Yes. Yes. So a full body massage usually is 55 minutes. So that's why you want to get your applicators on straight away.
But don't you have to drink, well, when I had my party, everybody was drinking like gallons of water whilst they had the wrap on?
Yes, they do. I mean, with regards to that, I mean, I've been doing the massages. People tend to drink it after. They've still seen a difference, because usually after a massage anyway, you do need to go to the toilet. Everyone finds you sort of hop up and need to go.
And you're massaging the lymphatic system anyway, aren't you?
Yes, so it's almost actually a sort of quicker way of it getting it out of your body. With the water, it's more of a natural process, whereas this is giving it a bit of more of a boost.
But the water, you don't have to drink at even intervals throughout the day, as long as you drink the amount specified, the half your body weight. You know, you could do that all in the morning if you wanted to, or all at night. Obviously, it's easier to drink it at regular intervals, but it's the quantity rather than the timing of it, isn't it?
Yes, that's why they say for 72 hours, because your body's still flushing it out, and you need to keep aiding that process to flush it out. I would remark them and say to them, right, you go home and, you know, remeasure yourself. I've marked you again, and possibly give them a courtesy call the next day and say to them, how did you get on, how did you feel? And again, if they hadn't, I'd say to them, don't worry, I'll call you back in 72 hours. Don't be aware. But again, when they first had the treatment, you are aware of telling them it may take a couple, if they've got medication, when you do their consultation. If you see that they're on medication, you'd say to them, I am aware you're taking this or that. And I'd say to them, you know, I think it's always sort of best to say to them, we recommend you use a pack of, or you have 4 treatments to get the best results. So after that first time, if they are a bit, you at least know by the second, third, it's going to have.
With the toxic bloat, and we've had probably about 4 or 5 out of 100 have toxic bloat. But with that toxic bloat, you've still got 1 or 2 measurements that have gone down. But where that area has increased, it's demonstrated that the product has done its job, pulled all the toxins to the surface, and it's literally sitting there waiting to be flushed away with the water. And individuals that do experience toxic bloat, more often than not, experience even more significant results in terms of inch loss. So it's very, very easy to say, hallelujah, you've gained inches.
If they do gain, they will get the best results. You do find that they get the best results. As I say as well, with this, you know, you don't just have to do a massage. You could say to people, you know, pop this on and have a facial, have your pedicure. You're sitting having your nails done for an hour. Let's pop one on. They're completely versatile really, and they're not taking any more time out of your time. So if they were there already for an hour having a facial, it's a bolt-on really, it's a bonus that they're laying there and having that whilst you were doing what you were doing before. And I think it can be added onto it, even hair. Someone's going in for a blow dry, it takes 2 seconds to apply, but they're sitting there for an hour having a highlight, you know, a few hours.
And they have no idea about this.
Almost
wrap,
have one ready
so
and say, what, like this?
Yeah.
And they'll be like,
what, as small and as tiny
because
as
the amount
this?
of people I've gone and they've gone, what, that's it? What else do you need? And I'm like, no, that's it. So straight away, I don't think I've been a beauty therapist in the beauty industry for 10 years. I've never seen anything like this. So for that to come out, they're probably a bit like, oh, okay, go on then, while you're there. So yeah.